No, there's no music this time. Whoa! What's up? I'm cautious to get too emotionally invested right now, so I'm gonna wait. Oh my god, okay, we're live. Yeah, so I streamed for like 15 minutes a bit ago, according to Streamlabs OBS version 0.12.3. It was telling me my CPU, the amount of kilobytes per second I was putting out. It was just saying all the things, but I wasn't actually live. So I was just kind of talking to myself, and I was like, well, you know, sometimes no one's going to show up, because I'll just keep going. Then I got paranoid and looked at my Twitch page, and I was not live, and it explained a lot. So I'm at the Canadian duck level in Spyro 3. Partial way through it, I should say. And it's been going bad. Yeah, I figured I'd just tailor the first level specifically to you. Though their Canadian accents are much less pronounced in the remake. Probably good to turn my TV down a bit. But yeah, I just need to chill out today. Oh, that guy was just in an attack animation ready to go. Technically 10 elements, I went live without anyone else for a bit there. It was bad. And you should you should go back and finish Spyro 3. I'm on like my third playthrough now. What's up? What's wrong? What happened? I know you got reasons, but also, heck! So it's the second time Sparks has just refused to acknowledge a gem on me tonight. In the same level. I'm just making sure I get a good amount of this so I can use it in a video someday, because I've been needing... I thought I saw a red gem down. I've been needing some footage of that, so that is perfect. I'm sure I had some, but... Oh, thank you, 10 elements. Oh, heck. I'm sure I had that footage, but now I know a certain place I can look for it instead of combing through everything.
Behind this door is the single greatest show
on
Earth.
Well, no.
What? You don't want to pay? What are you saving your money for? Another sequel?
It's the Nutcheck.
I always knew you were a cultured sort of dragon. Well, step right in. The show's about to start.
Oh, okay. Give me a hug, man. No more hugs, Will. Kiwami! Oh, okay.
Tonight is my big ice dance performance, and these hockey players are ruining it. Every time I start my routine, they come in and smack me with their sticks. Oh, I sure wish I had a partner. Someone courageous, strong, handsome.
The Spyro 4 and Shamu streams just left that much of a lasting effect. Trust me, I understand.
Thanks. Let's go.
It's the most Rugrats fucking music I've ever heard outside of Rugrats. All it really needs is like a ba ba ba. Oh no. That was bad.
That's okay. It didn't hurt as much as it looked. Let's try
Trained
again.
professional.
Thanks. Let's go.
Master of her craft. There's a universe where Spyro was big enough in the 90s for a professional hockey team to go by the Rhinox for a game. I really wish we lived in that universe. They just change all their gear and stuff for a day. Tossing that Insomniac money around like there's no tomorrow. A little bummed about that. This always ends a lot quicker than I think, so we might be done now? After this guy? Nope. Okay, yeah. Yay! Yay!
We did it!
There's the roses. I was wondering where the roses were.
I guess one of the judges didn't like it though. He threw this egg at me instead of a rose. Why don't you have it?
Why don't you have it, don't you know? It's the Mark Cerny Dragon, the creator of Knack. Wow.
Maybe you can be my ice dancing partner in the next Olympics.
No. Go away. For good measure.
I have to hurry in myself. I'm one of the judges for tonight's performance.
I didn't ask you, dude. I just hit your butt. Sheesh. Seated much. Cool. Ah, I'm already on the ice stage. I can't jump on the ice, and just not being able to jump just makes me feel scared. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh yeah, I know I need to finish Resident Evil 1 HD Remaster. That should happen next week. I just needed to chill out all day, and I just figured, Spyro, he's right here. I have a save file that needs completing. Yo ho ho and the bottle pop. Yeah, I needed to chill out, so I went to the snow level. Ha ha! Ha ha! How's everyone doing? After what I just said. Ha 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 ha. Man, I don't know what happened to my right earlobe, but it's very hurty yesterday and today. Now like a water stuck in my ear kind of hurty. Actually, it's like a water stuck in my ear kind of hurty, but without the feeling of water being stuck in my ear. It's very unpleasant. As someone who just yawned, trust me, I feel it. I understand. Let's kill these birds. If they ever make another New Age Spyro, I hope they can this kind of thing. Not really about that. I wonder if I can hit that one from... Yep. Got him. No gem, though.
I put up ice blocks this morning so Bob wouldn't beat me to the ice fishing hole.
Why am I
If
so
you wanna try
sleepy
out the
today?
hole,
A
you
great
can borrow this
question.
fishing lure I've been using.
I should hydrate. That's my answer. Minnesota,
By the way,
Mountain
feel free to
Mama,
whatever you want.
it's a me, Mario. Oh God, this is that speedway. And no, I don't mean the convenient gas station. Fuel! Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure that account will love it. Controversial hot take opinion. But outside of the novelty of Spyro 1 skill points, I don't really care about the skill points in 2 and 3 Reignited, because them taking away the unlocks kinda makes me not care. Which is sad to say. Like, I should probably just still do it. But I didn't even do it in my main save file for these. I don't know. I think that's all the orbs here. Yeah, like at least in the originals you got that cute little epilogue, but they didn't remake that, so heck me, I guess. Favorite and least favorite 100%-athons. Favorite is Spyro 1, because it's one of the only ones I've not only bothered to do, but bothered to do repeatedly. Crash 3s I'm not as into, but I'll still do it once in a while. Least favorite. Sonic 06 is a cop-out answer, isn't it? Banjo-Tooie's kind of a cop-out answer too, isn't it? I mean, definitely Tooie. I like the world of Banjo-Tooie, but I 100%ed that once on a 360, and that's enough. Hopefully I don't ever feel the need to do that again. What else? Would we consider all 180 emblems in SA2 a collectathon? Because I've never wanted to do that in my life. I've only ever done it by downloading a Dreamcast save when I was like 12. I've never played Yoshi's Island, but I'd probably side with you on that if I had. I don't know, I don't really care for a lot of collectathons, honestly. In terms of like 100% completion, I don't really care. Just play Woolly's World? Got it. Glide to the Sky Island. I wish I could say I was medicated right now to explain how out of it I am. I felt great until that stream mishap. Now I just feel like completely out of my element. Yeah, I could see that for Sympho of the Night. I don't know that can... I guess I wouldn't really consider either Sonic Adventure a collectathon per se, but I still mostly enjoy doing it for SA1 also, just because I like playing that game. That's a really cheap answer, isn't it? Oh well. Novocaine. God, I wish. There we are. In the stream that didn't actually stream, I was talking about how I always forget how to get down here. It should be pretty simple because there's that big cracked outline in the ice that would indicate, hey, smash your head through this. But every time I come to this level, I'm like, I don't know. Must be nice to have like a functioning mind. That's all I can do down here, isn't it? Captain Novocaine. I think another reason why I'm so off right now is because it's just really hot in my house. Central air is busted, and I don't know why our window AC units aren't running, but I'm afraid to turn them on just in case there's some reason I know or I don't know that I shouldn't do it. So I've got the windows down, fans going, but it's still like good 77 in here. And I'm just kind of waiting for the night to come on that one. Let's see. 64 outside right now, so it should be coming down. Well, this is pretty mindless, so there you go, huh? As much as I enjoy, there we go. As much as I enjoy, the feeling I get when I 100% a Yakuza, trophy-wise, sometimes some of the things along the way kind of blow, or at least aren't as fun. I almost just started streaming Yakuza Kiwami's gambling. Okay, what am I missing, me? Oh, I'm a barely functioning Mahjong player now. It's weird. Like, I kind of know what to do. Yeah, those Mahjong strings went bad, but they'd go good now because I know what I'm doing vaguely. Now it would just be the RNG, which is 70% of that game. Like, I guess I could still technically just swap over to it, but the issue I'm having now in Kiwami is that the AI is a lot more brutal, even on an easy table for Mahjong, which means they run and sumo a lot more, which effectively ends around and gets them points. And also, there's three like series of cards that are numbered 1 to 9. 2 of those are object based, so they'll be like 1 object, 2 object, 3 object, and that's fine. So in the newer Yakuza games, these tiles are individually numbered. There's one set, what's it called? The katakana set, where there are like brush strokes. Those aren't numbered anymore, and it's not easily readily apparent what is what. So now I have to have a different kind of guide open, which is, hey, which tiles are these? Also, the brushstrokes in Yakuza Kiwami don't exactly match up with the tiles in my guide, because there's different styles, much like there's different styles for our playing cards for things like Solitaire. So I'm sitting there and trying to figure out, like, 5 and 6 look pretty similar in the guide, and I know I'm rambling on a lot with no context and you're getting lost. Welcome to my world is basically what I'm saying. So I feel like I slayed the dragon, and then it just got back up and was like, yeah, fuck you though. It's like, okay. As for live streaming my PSN change, we're already there, baby. I did that minutes before literally anyone else was able to, apparently. So, too late. Also, I was going through Spotify and remembered the random Animal Collective song on the last Daft Punk album. Which is almost 6 years old. Jesus. God. Why don't they just make a new album? Hey, add me on PSN sometime, TBH. Okay, I did it. Where are you pointing to? What are you... What are you... What are you... Listen, maybe I should just go to Yakuza Kiwami and be like, hey... Here... I also rarely use Steam, so I understand. I even rarely use my Switch, honestly, which is sad to say because it's technically the best system in the entire world. Though I've had a resurgence this week. I'm playing Hob, the Definitive Edition, for a video. And I'm playing a game I can't talk about for 11 more days for a different video. And I wish I could talk about it right now because it is really fucking cool. Thank you. I've heard I have good odds for the Hob contest. Since not a lot of people have entered, so that could be a very good thing for me. I almost thought about hooking in my PS3 and doing some PS1 games. But then I started thinking about PS1 games. And then I started thinking about Spyro. And yeah, so... If you notice I stream about Spyro a lot, just randomly, it's because my mind just always goes back to Spyro. Ooh. Okay, it's time that I accept that he's not pointing down somewhere, but he's actually pointing to that speedway area. I felt like I was missing gems there, but I kind of just wanted to get out of there. Ah, Diablo. I've heard that's a good Switch game, TBH. Final Fantasy X HD, get out of here. That's no PS1 title. There? I don't know why I'm surprised that they're charging $50 for that on Switch when the 12 remaster was also $50 on PS4. I explicitly remember waiting for that to drop to like 15 before I bought it from Walmart. Just like out of protest, I guess. And granted, it's a very, very good version of Final Fantasy XII. But also, come on. Come on. Yeah, The World Ends With You is also 50. Like, I wanted to check that out, but I was like, can I justify $50 for a game I may not even like? Oh, here we go. Oh, hello. We save the world. Okay, grab the DS version, got it. If I ever get there. I have like a curiosity with that game as opposed to a desire to play it. Yeah, it sounds like we paid the same price for that Zodiac Age. I mean, I'd say it's even worth, like, maybe even 30, but 50? Come on, Square Enix, come on. So what did I skip somewhere that has me... Oh. I didn't have Sergeant Bird. That's why it's nice. Got it. Subworld might be a top 5 Spyro track for me. BT dub. I don't want to go to Haiku World right now. I'm gonna go to Bamboo Terrace. Now, as for DS games on modern consoles, I would try. Got a gift card, and I'll probably grab that Ace Attorney and then not play it for about a year. Excited about that.
Spyro, Rhinox have been harassing us all day. The workers haven't been able to harvest the bamboo needed for the whirligig to take you to Evening Lake. We've tried asking them to leave, but there's no reasoning with them.
Okay, Ling Ling. I guess you want me to do it. Fucker. Yeah, they made the pandas nerds. What?
If you could...
No, thank you. Fuck out of here. That's what I get.
Do you mind? I'm trying to avoid being trampled by a water buffalo.
God, okay. I saw that, Voice of Phoenix Wright has, done an interview alongside Yu Suzuki for Shenmue 3, though. Saw that happened, recently. Yeah, Benjad. I know it's his company and it's like his thing, but it's just amusing to me that every time there's a huge Japanese game Kickstarter, he just like emerges from the shadows. Is just omnipresent. Like if it Kickstarter for a game comes out of Japan, Ben Judd is just right there on it. I guess for people not incredibly in the know, he's the mighty number 9. It's better than nothing guy. I should probably also disclaim that I know Ben Judd's brother, IRL, so... I think that's half the reason why I want to play the Phoenix Wright games, just to be like, oh, okay, that's what your brother sounds like. Got it. Actually, I haven't seen his brother in a while, thinking about it. I should make sure he's alive. Fuck! That's what I get for dissing Ben Judd. On that note, question. Does Phoenix Wright say a lot, or does he kind of just say objection and everything else is just text? I've never been clear on how voice acted those titles are, because I've never really looked into them. All text? Oh, okay. So literally it was just, let's get you into a room to yell objection. Got it. Granted, I prefer to read a game like that. Don't get me wrong. I was just... Gotcha. It's weird because his brother is like totally in the nerd space too. Like, his brother's basement has more comics than comic stores I've seen, and his son-in-law is super into Transformers. So I walked into their basement and was just in fucking awe. He doesn't really know anything about video games though. He's like, yeah, my brother, he's like in Japan doing shit. I don't know. Found out much later that it was him. He's like, yeah, it's some lawyer thing. I don't know. He's like, oh, okay. Very nice guy. Watched The Room with him and friends in his living room, and I think I kind of broke him a bit. Sam Riegel is Phoenix right now. That sounds really familiar. Was he the new robot they added in the Ratchet and Clank reboot? Oh, what was his name? He was the bad guy's like annoying foil robot type. Heck. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He was the Spoony Bar. Quite an accomplishment. Zed, that was it. I think my mind was trying to go towards Zed, but it kept being counterbalanced by Power Rangers, and I was going, no, not Lord Zed. Quick tangent. We're streaming, so we gotta hop into the PlayStation Store. It's just tradition at this point. God, Days Gone is almost out. Years later. I kind of wanted to hop into the eShop tonight, actually, but I can't show my Switch home screen due to the game I can't talk about, so PlayStation it is. There's a Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon out? Oh. Anyway, this is what I was going to look for. You are so kindness. Oh. When I get the Twitch payout, my promise was that I'd buy that game and stream it, and I am $1.47 away Twitch-wise, so I'm sadly very close. So I've heard that this game maybe lacks personality, but is also like a totally competent and good-feeling fighting game? Which is interesting. I just kind of wanted to actually look at it. Because it kind of amazes me that it has a season pass almost as expensive as the game. Generations of Power Rangers, you say? Oh shit. The multiverse. I thought this said Fast and Furious. I also saw there's no Blue Ranger in this game. At least in the base content, which is amazing to me. Like, don't get me wrong, my knowledge of Power Rangers is just random episodes from the first few series. I don't have like an affinity for it. But if you said to me, hey, there's a Power Rangers game, do you think you could play as one of every color? I'd be like, yeah. Of course, the only Power Rangers game I played was Lightspeed Rescue on the N64. And this looks much better than that, so... God, that'd be something to fucking stream, because that game is just an abomination. Oh. It needed an add-on pack to save data, and I've never owned that add-on pack, so I've never been able to beat it. Where am I going? I hit left 3 times. Okay, movie Blue Ranger's coming. Well, I'm glad there's a Blue Ranger coming. So is this a new one, or is this just an old one they put out again? This is a Wii game, right? It was $40, so I thought, oh, it must be a new one, cool. But we literally just had the conversation about how much Square Enix charges for their ports, so... I'm dumb! And... my console froze? So... Not even the Wii game. The trailer for the Wii game crashed my PS4, man. I don't think I was supposed to stream tonight. I think I should have taken the hint. I'd expect this from the PS3 PSN store. Well, I'm gonna give that a few minutes, I guess. So I'm just gonna check Twitter and we're just gonna talk for a second. How's it going, everybody? There was a Star War today. That's exciting, right? Okay, I'm catching up. I'm seeing Dick Sucking Day and Watch the Sonic fan film in succession, so I gotta see what I missed out here. Man, I don't know if I could watch his Yakuza movie again. Whoa. Yeah. The Yakuza movie was fine when it was focusing on Yakuza characters. And there were a lot of moments in that movie, like maybe half or something, where it doesn't at all. And God, this is just why. Okay, so I guess we're gonna call it on the PS4. Thanks, Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon. The Yakuza movie is interesting because, like, it has these almost entirely unrelated side stories, and in a way, that's paying homage to the game in a really cool way. Like, on paper, cool, perfect, right? But two of the three aren't interesting. One of them is literally just like a bank robbery or something, and the air conditioning goes out, and it's just constantly cutting away to this office where everyone's like fanning themselves, and the robbers are asserting their robberness. And I I watched it in Japanese, so I guess maybe there's something I missed, right? But I don't remember it going anywhere. It was like, why does this keep happening? As like an establishing scene for the movie, which it technically is, sure, fine, but then it just keeps going. Forever. Wow. Okay, I gotta unplug the PS4. You know I had to do it to him. I did it to him. Let's see if Elgato and Streamlabs want to play nice. Someone on my Twitter timeline got an art of Into the Spider-Verse book. Jealous? Oh, hey. Like a charm. Good time to respond to some Discord messages. I also need to pop in my copy and watch the Spider-Ham short. I did a purist watch again. I didn't really check out any of the features. I just needed to see that movie again. Oh, that's right. It's out way later in the UK. I forgot about that. Oh. Oh, you say so, huh, PS4? This is bullshit. I did not turn it off. I did not. Oh, hi, PlayStation Store. No, I'm not going back in there. I learned my lesson. It's time. Okami, sorry, you didn't see anything. All you saw was babyface Kiryu. I know part of what's throwing me off here. OBS hasn't been telling me how long I've been streaming for. There we are. Now I feel aware. Okay. Your best friends did this. Oh. Well, I'm glad there are people playing these games on YouTube. People watching that. Feel the power. Oh, Zero. Gotcha. I know I've streamed a little bit of Zero fucking around, and I know I streamed a little bit of Kiwami 2 fucking around. I don't think I've streamed Kiwami 1. Spoiler, it's very similar. Oh, Kashiwagi. Feel the force. Get a hamburger. I don't know if I'm streaming this at 30 frames per second or 60, but life is good here looking at my TV, I'll tell you that. Right, I've got the shoes that give you 1 yen every step you take equipped. I should change the title, yeah. Good idea. Thank you very much. 10 elements. Actually. I probably put the meow shoes away. That or... No. Yeah, I probably put them away or didn't get them in this one. Let's see. Yakuza Kiwami grinding stream. Mahjong. See, that's why I'm excited for that Kiwami 2 PC port. I have officially reached out to Sega with fingers crossed on that one. Yeah. I think all I'm missing, basically, aside from gear and weapons, I think everything I'm missing in Kiwami is just either beating the game on Legend, aka a second playthrough, or gambling stuff, because I've kind of done everything else. That and the climax battles. Yeah. Oh, I need to learn poker again, everybody. Oh, and shogi. Oh. I must not have saved my last play session of Kiwami because I did go out, technically. No, Mesu King. I'm very happy to not be playing that. Also, it's one thing to do this when no one else is here, but there. For everyone's sake. I don't even want to look at anything Mesu King related ever, let alone having to play Yakuza 0's version of that for 100%. Oh. Total RNG. Jingly balls, jingly balls, jingly balls. Alright, redemption arc. At worst, I play Hanafuda and realize that I've forgotten how to play. Yeah! Oh, that means I lost my progress for Mahjong. Heck. F4 to pay respects. Look at this hustler. Oh, we're not that good at it, but you can join it if you want. So here you can see what I mean. These three on the left, the picture on the top lets you know what number it is. These other ones I can look at and go, oh, that's 3, that's 5, that's 2 and 2, 4. These, I think these two are 7, and this might be a 4 or 5. But I have a vague idea what I'm doing now. That's a 1. Alright, so the objective here, now that I understand at least a vague idea of how to brute force it. I guess I could be opening this up, but okay. Because those are all numbered 1 to 9. So that means I have 5. Okay. I want to see if it shows any examples here. Yeah, so you want 4 sets of 3 and a pair, typically. So your 4 pairs of 3 can either be the same tile 3 times, or 3 tiles in sequential order. So like, there is 2, 3, and 4 on the left, then 3 7s, then 7, 8, 9. Then they have 3 wind tiles there, which also gets you more points, and then a pair. And that's the idea, generally. And you don't ever want to steal anyone else's tile, except sometimes you're good for these dragon tiles. And then once you've got that down, you get to realize that this game's just luck-based. It's a card game. Which one did I get? Got a 9. I can't do anything with that, so I'll get rid of that. It's a 6, which is good. I'll dump that. Yeah. So I've got 6 and 7. I can toss that. That's one instance where I do want to steal tiles, which is a pawn for a 3 tile. Toss these wins. 5, 6, 7. So I've got a set there. Oh, that's not the one I wanted to do. Heck. Yeah, the idea is you get a hand, you look at what you got. If you don't have any 1s, 2s, 8s, or 9s that you feel like you can make a match with, you just want to get rid of them immediately. And the main reason behind that is because those cards are just harder to match with. Oh gee. It's another 9. 4, 3, 4, 5. So I'd need a 4 or 7 bamboo tile. I would win this match, but it's a draw. So those two get points from this other 2. Okay, so I've got one match already between 6, 7, and 8. Got a 4, what I think is a 5, an 8, and a 9. So I kind of want to hold on to all of this. So if I get a 7, I'm set. If I get a 3 or a 6, I'm super set there. And I'm looking over here now. I have this 2, and I have this 6. Neither of those are going to match well. And I've got these 2 wins, and it's very likely someone's going to toss a 3rd, and I can steal it and count that as one of my winning tile sets. So what I will do is just toss that. And I've seen that someone else has dropped a blank, so I'm going to drop my blank dragon. I can look up and see he dropped this wind, so I'm going to drop it as well and hope that motivates someone else to drop the one. It's another 4. I could count that as my dual tile, but that's my easier match, so I kind of want to hold out and see if I get a 3 or a 6. Let's drop that. It's also better to drop wins early on. There we go. Because it's much less likely that other people have enough wins to where they'll steal the tile once you toss it away. So you kind of got to make that decision early on if that's something you're going to do or not. See a green dragon over there, so I'm going to drop mine. I got a red dragon. Dropping him. What's that one there? Okay, so I've got 2 3s for a duel. 4, 5, 6. Drop the 8. They've set reach, which means they've bet that they're going to win this round. They've put 100 or 1,000 points down, and basically they just need 1 tile to win. Dropping at 9. Dragon. Goodbye. Okay. So I've just drawn a 2, which means I have a 1, 2, 3, a 4, 5, 6, a 7, 8, 9, a dual pair of those 6s, the 4 red squares and the 2 black, or the circles and the 2 black circles on top, and I have those 2 wins. So I'm going to declare Ricci and put this on auto, and the game will just go through until someone else either wins or they play the exact tile I need, which completes my last set. So I got a Ron, which is stealing their tile, so I can win. Sumo is when you draw the tile you need. Ron is when you steal it, basically. Ipatsu is when I think that means no one else steals a tile. I forget exactly what that is, but that's one of the completion points I needed, so I also just happened to get a lot of other point modifications. So I did well. That's perfect. I don't have to worry about the Ipatsu completion point now, because I got it. Just directly play this against that stream of me and Agony from a while back, and you can see the character arc. So, like, as a starter here, I've got a 4, what I think is a 6, an 8, and I'm looking through what else I got. I've already got a 5, 6, 7. It's unlikely this 8 is going to be anything that helps me out, so I'll toss that. And this is basically the thought process you've got to get into if you want to learn Mahjong. I've got 2 5s, but I've already got these as a set. And I have the red door turned on, which means I get red tiles. You see that these 2 are the same other than the color. Red tiles get you more points, so I'll toss the normal one. 9. Let's see. 5, 6, 7. I don't need you. And this is just the mindset you gotta get into, basically. There's a 2, which might be... Toss that. Blank. It's a 9, don't need it. Yeah, I'd have to be paid some serious money to ever fucking look at Blitzball again. Holy God. That's when I stopped playing Final Fantasy X HD. I got past that and was like, I'm good for a while. Oh, look at all that. Wow. Okay, so I'm not in the lead anymore. The scoring, I still don't fully understand what determines people winning and losing points, admittedly. It's a 9. Drop that. Okay, so I've got 2 dragon tiles here. need that. Which one? Here we go. That's 6. I got 4 and a 6. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That. Three, 4, 1, 2, 3. If I don't need that anymore. Steal that. Junk that. 4, 6, 7. Yeah, so now I'm in a tough spot. And this is just the kind of thing you gotta get used to looking at this. Is like, well, to complete the 3 and 4, I can need a 5. I could also get a 4 and a 5 for this, and that would be set. But also 5, 6, 7. It's like, should I discard my 4 and hope I get a 5 for a 5, 6, 7? Guess I should, because I get more points if I got a 5. And I need the 5 either way. That is not one I need. Another 2, which would be good from duel, but I've already got that set. Yeah, so sometimes you just look at it and you're like, oh, there's 21 tiles left. Yeah, I probably don't have this one. 6. Damn. Is that 5? I've got 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Okay, so I need to just focus on a duel now. Or a duo would be more accurate to say. Unlikely I'm going to get it though. Yeah. There's a math dungeon in 10.2 where you need spreadsheets to figure it out. Is my response to that. Fuck that. I'll take Mahjong over a math dungeon any day. We've got 1, 2, what I think is a 6 and an 8. 1, 5, 7, 7. 8, 9. I'm gonna toss this 1 and hope for a 6 on the bamboo set. 5, 8, 9. I'm gonna toss the 5. Yeah, let me just check my notebook to see if I won. Okay. So I can use 5 as... No, I've already... Let me make sure I know what that one is. It's a 7. I've got an 8. Okay. I've got a set of 3 there. Toss that, I guess. Just, I shouldn't be shifting my approach like this, but also hack it. Green dragon, bye-bye. 4. No. 8. I am swimming in the duos right now. 6. Making moves. 2, 3. Okay. I am like so... I'm 2 tiles away from a winning hand, and I know I'm not going to get either of them, is the Torment. And this is where it comes down to the RNG, because like, even once you know what you should be going for, it's just all up to chance. That's when it gets excruciating. It's like, I could be winning, but I'm not. Mahjong is, there's math involved, but when the game's doing the scoring for you, well. Dropping this 8. Mm-hmm. One, 2, 3. Sometimes I also just feel like the game stacks certain... I feel like it just rigs the game for certain characters to win sometimes. I don't know. I can't prove that, but it's just suspicious sometimes. Two, 3, 6, 8, 9. Damn you fine. Which means I can declare reach. By the way, those are good cutscenes, don't get me wrong, but 6s and Kiwami 2s are way better. This is the smuggest fucking Kiryu in the entire universe. Especially for the Ronin sumos. Don't think I got it, Chief. Oh, yep. Here we go. Yeah, these are just more creepy than anything. Not as good as Pocket Circuit Kiryu. Don't get me wrong. They're still pretty good. 25,000 points? Oh, that's the end of game one. Okay. Majima suddenly break in. I wish. It's that's one place where Majima is not everywhere for sure. Full straight, I think it's like a full flush. I've never played Texas Hold'em, so I guess I can't really make that comparison too well. Some of these are just way specific. I guess I technically didn't earn anything that time. Let's do one more game just to help it stick in. Hmm. 3, 4. You can also do a hand that's all duos, but that just feels too advanced. Like, I'm not smart enough to do that, you know? It's the ones that have been played. See 2 of those, which means there's no way I can get a meld for that, so it's gone. Now I have 2 of those, however. There's one more, and I'm going to hang on to it just in case. Two red dragons, so I'm going to get rid of mine. Steal that. Discard that. Bam. Yeah, so now I'm kind of in the reach position of I just need one tile. Before I can declare that I need one tile. 5, 6, 8. Oh, okay, guy. So you can do pawns and cons and all that stuff, but it limits the hands you can make. So it's better to do that when you actually know the game. Because once you open that up, you have to go for a very specific types of hands, and I know I don't understand it. 1, 2, 3. I need a 5 bamboo. Yeah, draw. But I got points somehow. Must have been the dragon tiles. Speaking of, 3, 4. Get rid of that 8. I'm gonna get rid of that one and see if I can make do with the other ones. Got a 9, I've got an 8. Let that slide, see what I get. Nope. Another 9. I'm trying to keep those 5s as my duo. 3, 4, 5. I can get rid of this 8. Thank you. Seven, 8, 9. Okay. Pop that over. So I'm a bad teacher. Does anyone feel like they understand this even slightly more now? Ah, fuck. This can't be right. Kinda. Then I've helped. Got 1, 4. Which icon is that? Got 5, 8, 1, 4, 5, 8, 9. 2 1s. 7, 8. Say that's my double. 6, 7. Bye. 6, 7, 8, 9. Dropping that. Oh shit, no! Another 9, no thank you. Mine is long gone. 5. Drop the 8 and 9. Oh, perfect. So I just need a... One thing I like about Yakuza 6 and Kiwami 2 is that when you call Richie, it shows you the tiles you need. Oh, there they are, up there. Okay. So I need to bet this because there are 2 of each of those 2 tiles left in the game. They'll be more likely to win this round. Got it. 6 and K2 put that at the bottom left of the screen, so I thought it was not here. I wasn't looking up there for that. Bam. Thankfully, the tiles I need are common, so as long as someone tosses one soon. It's both. Ah, fuck! That was what he needed. Okay, so kinda, way more, and 2, fuck this, what the hells. Yeah, it's just hard to explain. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's put it this way. You have a hand of 14 tiles at all times, right? You discard 1, you draw 1. Between those 14 tiles, for at least a basic win, you want 3 sets of 4 and a pair. Those 3 sets of 4 can either all be the same tile or 3 in a row. Right? Like I've got 2, 3, 4. That would count as one of the 4 sets I need to win. And then a pair. Now these wins don't count. And I know that makes what I'm saying more complicated. But if those were anything else, that would count as my pair. So 3 sets of 4, like 2, 3, 4, or 3 of the same tile. And then just a pair. And that's what you're aiming for. So you're looking at your hand and going, I've got 4, 8, 9 here. I want to put my bets on this 8 and 9. Because otherwise I have to get a 3 and a 5, so I'm going to kick this 4 out. And he just gave me one of my 3 sets. You really only want to steal for win tiles because you still get points substantial enough and your hands can still work easily. And you also got to look at what other people are doing. Like there's 1 red tile out. I don't feel like I'm going to get the other 3 or the other 2, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Not worth it. Wasting space. Dropping that wind. I don't think I'm going to be lucky enough to get that either. 6, 8, 9. Dropping the 6. 5. Would have been helpful if I kept the 6. Dropping the 5. It's a 9. Don't need it. It's a 4. That's a 5. And I think this is a 6. Okay, so I can get rid of one of my 6s, and now I have another set. So I got 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. And that should be enough to declare a reach, so I must have misinterpreted one of these. Dude lying down with a cane, dude punching. Dude lying down with a cane is 5, dude punching is 6. So what am I missing? So I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I need a double. That's where you gotta look out and be like, okay. I see no 9s out, but I see 1 8 out. So I'm gonna drop this 8 and hope I get a 9. At some point. It's hard to okay. I wish I had the tiles in front of me to like explain. But also, in my opinion, I should have a winning hand now. So I kind of just shot myself in the foot. 4, 5, 6. Pair. 2, 3, 4. 7, 8, 9. Welcome to the Meekness for Hand stream, Joey. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Boom. Boom. Jesus, alright. Settle down, Beavis. Happy birthday, Joey! So I don't fully understand Mahjong yet. But I'm getting there. Haha. But 10 elements. I already have. What? Four, 5, 2, 4, 7, 1, 2, 5, 8, 8, Actually, it's my PS4's fault for crashing, so... If Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon Everybody store page had not killed my PS4, we'd probably have gone back to Spyro. The worst part is, my objective isn't even to win, I just need weirdly specific hands for the weirdly specific completion points. Yeah, let's go back to the other game that bricked my console. Damn. No. Need a 6. Need a 6. Just a 6. Where are we? The 6 circles. Anybody? Please. Nope. Hack. I think this is the last round, maybe? Got a lot of double sets here. Maybe I should be thinking about that. Does the game give you examples of winning hands? I know the newer ones do. There you go. Your hand must be worth at least 1 yak. This means it is possible to meet the 14 tile requirement of 4 groups of 3 tile sets to pair, but still being able to win. You cannot win by stealing a tile if you had discarded that tile previously in that round. I wonder if that's what tripped me up on the last match. Hello, Sireneku. things happened. I just got rid of the wrong tile. Heck. Yeah, so I've compromised what my hand was good for, so I'm not going to win this match now. Same, dude.
負けるわけにはいかない。負けるわけにはいかない。誰かボケろや。
Draw. Oh no! Da 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 da. 2, 3, 4. Bye bye. No chicken here. Oh, fuck you.
そう来なくちゃな。
The game with the Pop Idol missions gets re-released in Japan on June 20th. That is Yakuza 5. It would help me a lot if someone would just put down the wind I need. Well, never mind.
何かの間違いだろ。
It would help a lot if if that didn't happen too. Heck. Man, I'm mega lost. Okay. Curious. I ended that with a deficit. Did that count as me getting Mahjong points at least? Nope. Heck. Moki Screw. Twitter.com/MokiScrew. With replies. Ah, yes, Rayman Obama. I haven't even watched Rayman LP, so I don't even know what specifically that's in reference to, but the image was just enough. There. Bye-bye, 10 Elements. Yeah, Yakuza 5's PS3 only in the States. It'll be PS4 in Japan in June. But we'll have to see if we get that. Checking the Discord server I've been curious about. Okay. I'm going to take a few minutes away to get some drink. BRB. Oh, I'm back. Sorry. Did someone say Crash the Hedgehog? He's here. Crash the Hedgehog never goes away. He's always watching. I'm quite, as the kids say, shook. Because every room in this house feels fantastic. Except for mine. Mine always retains heat. Wah. What's we got going on here? We throw back. I want to see if I remember how to play poker. Hey, I stream Spyro. Like a level and a piece of one. I'd want to go to Purgatory? So welcome to my house, everybody. This is my room. It's a little packed up at the moment, but I got plenty of ramen for everybody. Boss. Actually, I'll be right back again. Oh. Ooh, I don't know if heat headaches are a thing, but I feel one potentially coming on, so I'm going to circumvent it. Which also lets you play Sonic 3 in the Sega Arcade. I think there was Sonic Generations. You could unlock Sonic 3. Gold champagne. Comfy souls. You have to try these inner souls yourself to understand how comfortable they are. Yeah, Sonic 3 and Generations. That's what I said. Pizza Quest was the best FTCR arc. I think we can now ban you for that bad opinion. No one should be allowed to say that. It was the worst thing ever. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Did you watch the Sonic 06 LP? That was a good one. Cool. Also, I'm feeling risky. I'm going to reinstate 200 bits or a Twitch subscription. I will read something in the Bev Big Head voice. Okay, just making sure it's in the right place. Is there gambling here? Was that only in Zero? It's kind of one thing about Zero and Kiwami, playing them in relative proximity. It's like, gosh, which was what? The only hit and run LP parts I have watched are the ones I've been on, and I think even one of those few never made it to public. I think something corrupted. Oni-chan! This one. This one. We don't have Haruka with us this time, so... Hey TJ, wanna come over and play Sonic Force? Ah, shit. Oh, dude, I'd love some chips. Do you guys got Ruffles? Anyone remember how roulette works? Pringles are a chip. That'll work. It's not like they're Cheetos. Ugh. Guess I have a cheat item here. I remember seeing ketchup chips as a child and being scared. I was afraid. Did not understand why that would exist. It was obvious. Hey! Win. But I think I lost 100 chips. I am the pickiest boy. That much is true. I've never seen transition before. Is this a thing? Oh, wow. Hey, guys. I'm fine in the computer room. The poker table is open. Oh! Which one did we establish was the one to do? Was it Pineapple Hold'em? No, I want to stand up, fucker. Oh. I was trying to skip through the dialogue, not, Jack, King, Queen, 10? I would win, right? Yeah. Sure, that's how this works. Oh. I also just kind of remember endlessly raising. Oh. 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 Replete blinding cheesecake doo-doo-doo. Who wrote this? Fastest thing alive, funny moments. This reminds me of the time I streamed on FTCR. Sus. Bold. City life, Makoto. You dunce. You dunce. Speedy George. Pfft, get out of here.
Vampire.
I am doing great. Thank you, sir. That's okay, I'll just keep doing it, don't worry. Yeah. Deborah! Classic. I forgot about Everybody Loves Rain Man. Miwa Funny Moments is 24/7. Looking pretty good. Hey. It's your boy. I'm glad I could help. So disappointing. 7, 8, 10, 10. I should raise, right? Oh, YouTube's already watched all of it. No worries there. Fold? Why are they folding? Ugh, this hand is bad. I can't believe I've drawn this hand. It's bad. Relevant question. Why do I have no alcohol in this house?
One pair.
Hey! Well, I'm on top, baby! Because for these completion points, it's sometimes better end it when you know you're getting points, as opposed to risking it and losing what you're earning. So I am a fourth of the way there. Let's switch to high stakes now that I kind of vaguely remember. Going to tag them. I'm glad I get a snowflake next to my name. It's pretty cool. I feel okay about my odds here. Oh, yeah. I forget what I have it set to. It's either a... I don't know if it's been showing alerts. I have it set to where Nax should say something if someone follows me. Or maybe it's if they give bits. Let me go in there and test that out. I haven't streamed in a while. I don't remember what's what. This way we can hear it. Maybe I'll order sushi. What? I'm just gonna ride this one out. Nothing but crumbs, oh dear. Widgets? Is that what I want? These are the same suit too. Feeling good. Hungry Honakawa is out. Yeah. Kind of wish I'd hold on to that queen now. TBH. Oh. I would have lost anyway. Sure, I'm getting a lot of bad hands now that I switched this, huh? Sorry, there's some necessary trolling I have to do in the Discord chat. Almost done. There we are. The shiny Ponyta copy pasta. Wait a second. I'm afraid to do this too loudly because I do have my windows open, but oh well. I need a web browser that doesn't break this. Firefox? This is what your Twitch bits and or subscriptions can do for you. No, do not be my default browser. Let me get in. AEW, you probably want to leave, my man. This is about to get real bad.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Oh my god. Yeah. Yes. I found it. I found it. Yeah. I found D it finally. Yeah. Oh my god. I finally found it. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe it. Take a look at this, everybody. A live shiny Ponyta in my leaf green version. I can't believe this. I finally got it. Oh my god, my heart is beating 100 miles per hour. I was listening to my favorite band once again, Zoom 41. No reason. Live in Ontario, 2005. After 25,968 encounters, I have finally got it. Oh my god. God. Go! Que grosso! Churns butter very quickly.
It was hard to keep that in the appropriate pitch, considering how shouty that was. Whew. So you got, pre-nicotine Bev Big Head. David did a review on Sonic 25 years later, didn't he? Sonic Retro 25 years later. Oh, right. Mobius 25 years later, the review, part 16. Four, 5, 6, 8, 9. Oh, that's right. Sometimes if you go to Sonic Retro from Google, it goes bad. That's being worked on, I will say. as a moderator of Sonic Retro. Man, I should fold, but also so many chips invested. Man, like, I know David. I know David in real life. I know David. I know this is the kind of thing he is capable of with really no prompt. But sometimes I forget that he has written a 16, maybe more part review on Sonic 25 years later. Oh heck. The American superhero comic book, a strange enigma in the creative world that attempts to be the small, self-contained tales of yesteryear, while also being a sprawling epic that will leave people talking for years to come. While many have attempted to find a balance, few have truly succeeded. Now, you could say that Ian Flynn's work on the Sonic the Hedgehog comic by Archie has attempted this formula, having smaller arcs and standalone issues that build upon what he's been doing with the comic since cleaning up all the various threads left by his predecessors. Even Archie has acknowledged this by compiling his work for the Sonic Saga line of graphic nozzles that are slowly being released. Discussing just how well he's done could make an interesting article, but would be lacking until his tenure on the comic is over. However, Ian wasn't the first to... Okay. I have to monetize everything else. I'm not reading all of that. If you want more, either we bring David in someday, or money exchanges. Oh, I'm a Twitch man now. What can I say? Seven and an 8 of diamond, 10 and ace. It does make me wonder though if I can find David TL's other contributions just all in a row. I think I'm going to win this. And I'm already so many chips in the hole that it's not going to matter if I do. Yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog film finally teased. What are David's articles? Team Sonic Racing announced. Sonic by Southwest. Sonic and Pac-Man. Yes, you can play as Shadow in Sonic Forces. I will prostitute my feet if it means you read the rest of David's review. Well, you don't have to really do much with your feet. Uh-oh. You know what must be done. Okay. For 100 bits, I will read Mobius 25 Years Later, the review, part 1. But I don't want to blank Yakuza screen, as I do. So I'm going to theme it the way I would like. I always forget that the Yakuza games have to save like 40 times. So I've read how do I get down to the player? We're getting there. Okay. So I've read the first paragraph, so we're not going to go through that again. However, Ian wasn't the first to use the Sonic comic book as a canvas to tell a much larger story. No, the first man to truly try and tackle this feat in the pages of the licensed series was Ken Penders. The name should not be unfamiliar. Oh, by the way, this was written on... or it was at least posted November 23rd, 2012 for posterity. The name should not be unfamiliar to people who have read my previous articles on the front page, or even those who can't help but watch the slowest moving train wreck of our times. David! Hello? That is a hyperlink to Ken Penders' now dead website. Rest in peace. But there was a point not all that long ago when he was considered the architect of Sonic, even though he wasn't the main writer for the flagship title during much of his time working under Archie. Still, many of his concepts and characters that he came up with became integral parts of what the other writers played with during the 90s and early 2000s. He would be the one fans turned to for sneak peeks and explanations of what was happening in the monthly adventures of everyone's favorite Blue Hedgehog. Though he clearly had a passion for Sonic in his writing, as evidenced in the originally intended finale Endgame, Ken's true baby was his Knuckles the Echidna line of comics. Starting with specials and miniseries, Knuckles was spun off into his own comic book that lasted for 32 issues before being unceremoniously cancelled right before the Sonic Adventure adaptation. Parenthesis, something I'll get to eventually. I haven't given up on the game adaptation reviews. Oh god. Left bracket, sick, right bracket. Ken's work did continue as backup tales in the main Sonic series, and while he reveled in the continued adventures of the floating island, there was one arc that stood out in his mind. What he wanted to be his legacy, and wrap up the Sonic series once and for all. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the first in the multi-part feature to look into Ken Penders' quote, crown jewel of storytelling, Mobius, 25 years later. Oh my god, that wasn't even... we're only just now getting to it. David. Though there are many places one could start, the best point to get the ball rolling in explaining just what the heck Mobius 25 years later is all about is to jump right into the first published part of the, quote, epic. Clearly marked as a backup tale, it was enough to actually get top billing on the cover of issue number 131, the headliner story, Home, being pushed to the sidelines. The strange tale of Sonic returning from space after being missing for a year, even though it didn't seem that long for him. Yes, it's as bad as it sounds, but we're not talking about that right now. Instead, we flip through the pages to see Prologue, written by Ken Penders and drawn by Stephen Butler. Oh, the track change scared the shit out of me. I guess that whoops the track list, but... okay, this one. This is adventurous music. Unlike most backup stories of both past and present, our introduction to future Mobius gets a full 12 pages instead of the usual 6, which should tell us we're in for something special. Should being the key word here, trailing ellipses and paragraph. To let us know we're in for a bumpy ride, the readers are given a simple one-page introduction by none other than Merlin Prower, an uncle of Miles Tails Prower, who possesses magical abilities. I forgot about Uncle Merlin. Ah! If his first name didn't give that away, because of his powers, he is somehow able to look into the future of his friends and allies, already knowing their destined fate. Something like that I'd think would come in handy if he actually used it to help his friends instead of telling a bored audience. But what do I know? We also see a panel of Sonic and Princess Sally, the former telling his longtime love interest that while she was born for the throne, he was born for adventure. A bit of foreshadowing, ironic or otherwise? Well, I can promise you we won't find out this issue. However, we are promised that worlds about to collide will reveal secrets long held. So many promises! Will this epic somehow tie back to the earliest pages of the comic, revealing something we thought to be true, actually false? The next page jumps right into the action that any young child wants to read about. The star of our story sitting in school. Now, I understand that part of this is for exposition, but moving from one talking head to another just seems like overkill. Either drop Merlin or have him tell us everything, Ken. Regardless, we get to hear a super old-looking echidna named Mr. Periwinkle talk to his students in a social studies class. Wrapped up in a history lesson, he explains what has happened on Angel Island over the last 20 years, though he gets into very little detail, stating that now, more than one city exists, isn't that cool? Exclamation point, question mark, exclamation mark, end quote. He then goes on to say that Echidnopolis? Still the most original city name ever, in parentheses, has become the center of government, and that the island is recognized as being the oldest democracy on Mobius. Boy, isn't this all exciting, kids. We then get to hear an explanation of what a republic is. I am very scared by how little down my scroll bar is right now, which I feel these kids should know already. Not only are they living in Echidnopolis, they are also 16 and the sons and daughters of some of the most influential members of their civilization. Maybe Ken is just trying to be informative to the 11-year-old kids who are reading this comic, but at the same time, I don't think any 11-year-old really cares about the politics of a future Angel Island. All they care about is seeing Sonic and Knuckles fight Eggman, which also lets people question how much anyone reading a comic book about Sonic the Hedgehog wants to see the adventures of Knuckles' daughter in a seemingly utopian future. For those who are not familiar with the intricacies of the Knuckles-verse, as told by Ken Penders, I suppose I should clarify a couple things. In the games, Knuckles the Echidna is the last of his civilization, inheriting the task of protecting the Master Emerald from any and all intruders. While this is how things started in the comic books, the story soon revealed that Knuckles wasn't alone, and that not only his start counter however many great uncle was still alive, but his entire civilization was fine. Caught up in some sort of pocket universe that Knuckles freed them all from in his second miniseries, they are also joined by an evil group of echidnas who worship technology, which is where Julie Sue Hyperlink comes from, a female echidna who starts off as a villain. She eventually becomes Knuckles' love interest, since that's how relationships work. Whew. Getting back into things, I must admit I was a bit confused looking at the page where we see the class Perry is teaching, because I thought Julie Sue was in class trying to answer questions as well. Then I realized she was just one of 2 Julie Sue clones, not to mention the Laura Sue clones hiding in the background. Oh right, I almost forgot to introduce our main heroine in this little story, Laura Sue, daughter of Knuckles the Echidna, and apparently the only one who pays attention in class. Getting in a small fight with a boy named Rutan, who insults the role of guardian in modern echidna society, we are shown that she has all the stubborn hot-headedness of her father. See, she really is the female version of Knuckles. Whew, I should have put a bit price on this. Oh my god. I thought this was short. While this zany high school drama goes on that wouldn't even be interesting enough for Archie Andrews and the gang, elsewhere in the city a shuttle lands, with 2 passengers emerging. The first tries to strike up a conversation with the second, asking if it is their first trip to the island. The cloaked figure responds with, "Yes, it's a beautiful day, isn't it?" I absolutely love idle chit-chat in a story that is bound by page limitations. Before we can hear them talk about their local sports teams, the cloaked figure disappears, even though the pair are still in the middle of an escalator ride. Does this mean the cloaked figure is some crazy magician of a time long past? No, it's just Rotor Walrus, whose transportation act is never explained. Instead, he hops into a taxi cab driven by stereotypical Brit Harry. At first, I didn't even realize this was a character from the comics, but after 30 seconds of research, I was surprised to find that, yes, Harry was indeed a taxi driver back in the main comics of the era. I need to know the fate of my favorite taxi drivers after all. Sidebar, it is hilarious to me that we went from 7 viewers to 3 in the time it took for us to read this. Oh man, people don't like Ken Penders, that's weird. Making it a point that Harry has the clearance necessary to drive Rotor around, we find out that this top secret mission that even the drivers need to be screened for is simply Rotor meeting Espio to ask if Sonic and Knuckles can have dinner. Fascinating stuff, right? To be fair, I shouldn't be too hard on the lack of action at this point. Since we are 25 years removed from the continued fight between Sonic and Eggman, it only makes sense to show what peacetime is like. It allows the reader to become invested in the norm before it is shattered by some unseen force, creating a tension as to whether or not the characters can ever return to that state or find something better. Seeing Rotor and Espio being nothing more than messengers in a peaceful time when years past they were once in the heat of battle, it shows the reader that life has gone soft. It's even pointed out in the dialogue, where Espio wonders aloud what happened to make them go through ceremony to simply hang out, in which Rotor replies, they must have grown up. Unfortunately, I'm giving Ken Penders way more credit than I should be, which will become evident as we continue on this journey. We skip over the rest of the conversation, finally catching up with one of the principal characters of the main comic, Knuckles the Echidna, now clearly older because he wears clothes. I can only assume the hat is a nod to his appearance in the 2-part direct-to-video series made in Japan. Sitting in a chair somewhere underground, he talks to Espio about how one of Sonic's kids has a crush on his own daughter. With dialogue perfect for your average sitcom, I can't help but feel that this is becoming more dull by the minute. With a plot line the target audience has no interest in. Once again, maybe I'm being too hard, especially since this is just chapter 1. To quote the comic panel presented here, Knuckles says, and Espio says, he said of course, and added Sonia and Manic were especially excited at seeing Laura Sue again. Knuckles sighs. Espio says, is that a problem? Julie Sue mentioned something about a boy having a crush on Laura Sue. You plan on doing some royal matchmaking? Hardly. Knuckles could not care less. Drink. Resuming the article. The first seedling of something amiss is planted in this scene. Though with Espio mentioning that Rotor likely didn't just show up to make dinner plans, but to see Kobar? A fellow scientist who was once part of the Dark Legion, like Julie Sue in the past. Now, for those who are intimately aware of Ken Penders' unused plans, one might be thinking of far more subtle seeds he had hoped to plant with Rotor and Kobar, but that is something I will leave to talk about later. We still have much more of Mobius 25 years later to go through, and plenty more scenes where we'll get to see the pair in action. With mention of their last project and how amiss it went, parentheses, it's not like we'll ever get to hear about what could potentially be an interesting story, we get a shot of the futuristic Master Emerald chamber. Not quite the Hidden Palace and not quite the shrine from Sonic Adventure. There are plenty of clearly electronic devices hooked up to it, which kind of goes against everything the shrine is supposed to be. Maybe it's powering the cities on the island, I don't know. Hey, let's move on to something avid Archie readers might care about. Walking merrily along, unaware of anything, we once again see Rutan, who is returning home. Surprise, surprise, it seems he happens to be the son of none other than Lien Da, Grand Master of the Dark Legion. Yes, the same Dark Legion that Julie Sue was from, and the same Dark Legion that had tried to kill Knuckles more than once. So why is her son going to school with the Guardian's daughter? Well, at around this point in the main series, there had been an attempt for reunification between the two separate sects of Echidna civilization. Note, I said sects, not sex. Though later on, Lian Da would go off and do her own thing, at the time Ken must have assumed that the two sides would reach peace and be able to live together without much hassle. She looks exactly the same, though certainly drawn to accentuate, for lack of a better description. Along for the ride is Dimitri, who is that great, however many great uncle that I mentioned earlier, though in her case replace uncle with grandfather. What I didn't mention is that the first time he woke up, he tried to kill Knuckles for no good reason, and when he calmed down, soon took charge of the Dark Legion and tried to kill Knuckles a few more times. Even though he is nothing more than a head in a jar in this future, I must ask, why doesn't anyone go to Echidna jail? I would think multiple counts of attempted murder, not to mention the fact he tried to completely take over Echidna society, would make some people wary of the floating head, but I guess not. I'm sure someone invested in the comics could explain how they've gotten out of it, but that's not where my curiosity lies. No, I'm far more interested in the passive concern Lian Da possesses for her son and his head injury. Super concerned in one panel, extremely bored in the next. Dimitri isn't helpful in a situation at all, the pair baffled by the Mobian teenage mindset. Oh my god, I'm getting there. Is everyone still awake? Whew. Oh dear. I'm particularly... Sireneku, you're very invested. Okay, I was like, I haven't seen the message. This was for you, I hope you were invested. Though the ultimate own would have been to close the stream as soon as I started reading it. And just coming back at the end like, hey, what'd I miss? Meanwhile, Knuckles comes home and... Oh right, Knuckles has a robot eye. If you recall in the previous scene with Knuckles, the angle in which he displayed was very deliberate, making sure to only show one side of his face. So you'd think the writer-artist was planning some stunning reveal that would shock the readers in learning that sometime in the last 25 years, something happened in which Knuckles lost an eye and was forced to replace it with cybernetics. But no, we get to see it as Knuckles casually walks home to see the wife and kids. No dramatic attention brought to it, just super casual, making the tease from the last scene a complete waste of time. Similar to the rest of what we're about to read. Sidebar. If I could read through this clearly my own scripts, I would be much happier. I am always tripping over my own writing and constantly having to redo lines and everything for my fucking videos. If I could go through this straight, hell, fucking damn, good friends. Now, I don't know if you're fully aware of this, but Knuckles' kid, Warasu, she's a teenager. In fact, she's not just a teenager, but a female teenager. And there's only one way a female teenager can act. Crying alone sitting on the toilet. Julie Sue tells Knuckles that his daughter wants to be left alone. A desire that doesn't faze him at all. After all, his one defined character trait up to this point has been his own desire for privacy, a nod which would have far more impact if he wasn't constantly surrounded by people in his solo series. However, it isn't because Warasu wants to be brooding and mysterious, she just wants to get out of her unveiling ceremony. This would probably have a bit more impact if the readers were clued in that this was going to happen in the first place. The concept of a young woman having an unveiling as she comes of age is not something without precedent, echoed in the modern era of the America Sweet 16 and the Mexican quinceañera birthday celebrations. Warasu's reasoning for wanting to miss hers? Ahem. My voice has gone high-pitched. Oh no! Ahem. Fuck you, David. I love you, David, but fuck you. Oh, monochrome on shop music. Perfect. No, come back. She wants to be Guardian, and gosh darn it, Knuckles won't let her be one. The readers are treated to some extremely awkward dialogue that is very un-Knuckles-like, where he gets to once again be a sitcom dad, having a heart-to-heart with his daughter through a bathroom door, just like Into the Spider-Verse. Ignoring the fact that every principal character in the comic is meant to be a teenager outside of the 25 years later future, the whole crisis seems out of place. Instead of dealing with Knuckles threatening to spank his daughter, then explaining his reasoning for not wanting to be her to be a guardian, wouldn't it have been easier to establish more of this in the classroom scene? Why is there a Knuckles spanking? It feels like that's what Ken wanted to do, but was just unable, setting instead on Rutan teasing his cousin in the most basic fashion. We could have seen a tomboyish Laura complaining about the assumedly girly unveiling ceremony, how it wasn't something she needed to even go through if she was to take up the family job of guardian, and have Rutan tease about Knuckles' plans for discontinuing this centuries-old practice. Instead, we get the awkward exchange of Knuckles threatening to spank his daughter, then calming down and giving the worst pep talk imaginable. While most teenage girls would stay locked in the bathroom, Laura is somehow convinced to step outside, her mood swing completely over, and asking her father to be her first dance. That was quick. I'm going to open up this comic panel in the article. Oh, it's 150 by 150. Never mind. Thanks, David. Good news, everyone. With that, the first part of Mobius 25 years later draws to a close, showing a sliver of a future and opening up a ton of questions on both sides of the story. What brought everyone to this point, and what is about to happen to justify us seeing this happily ever after? It's been over 8 years since this was published, so it is hard to judge the story as if the rest hadn't come about. Although it might be funny to hear, this backup story is the stronger of the two featured in the issue Home, a large mess to try and mess with the status quo in an utterly forgettable way. Even so, it doesn't make Prologue a good story. Like I said before, it would have been more effective if there was just one solid introduction instead of two meandering talking heads, dropping Merlin and not assuming your audience is unable to understand that things are going to be different. Hold on. I can do better than Digimon World 1 music. I'm just going to have it ready for when I hit the right point. Just for dramatic flair. Sorry. Where was I? Even if there's one solid introduction to the two unitary heads. Okay. Even so, it doesn't make sense. Even so, it doesn't make Prologue a good story. Like I said before, it would have been more effective if there was just one solid introduction instead of two meandering talking heads, dropping Merlin and not assuming your audience is unable to understand that things are going to be different.
After all, the story is titled Mobius 25 years later. How much more do we need to be told for it to come through that things are different? And if Laura Sue was presented as a stronger character, instead of her personality being composed solely of Knuckles' daughter, the anticipation of finding out what happens next would actually exist. Regardless, quite a bit of potential is set up in these 12 pages. Too bad almost all of it is squandered in the next 13 installments of the saga that Ken penned. Of course, there's always a bit more to the story than what we see on a printed page, in which I'll be getting to as these columns continue. The hope is for this to be a weekly feature until I've gone over way more than anyone ever wanted to know about Mobius 25 years later. So until next time, I leave you with these words.
Now let's see if, okay, here's the words he leaves us with. I should have went with the extended DBZ ending. Take it away, Ken. Well? If I was Ken Penders, what would I sound like?
Well, what did you think? You know what I'm talking about. You just read it. Sure, we know you love the opening Sonic story, but what about our new backup series, referred to around here as M:25YL, featuring all of your featuring all of your faves
in one of the most unusual epics yet. As you can tell, we're on pins and needles awaiting your verdict, so don't let us down, okay? And with that, it's mail time once again. New twitch.tv/Meekness fan rule. David T. Lurker's Sonic 25 years later reviews are now 500 bits each. Oh, God. Why? Why? Oh, God, that was really bad. David, why? Why would you do this? Why? What else? I'm going back to what else David has read now that I've fulfilled my spiritual, contractual obligation. A lot of Sonic Forces and Mania posts. The closer look at the Sonic Dreams collection. The Hedgehog short film, playable build of Sonic Extreme. I'm looking for more of his editorialization than his reporting, which is to say, How Archie Played the Games, Part 8 of Abandoned Bases and Obscure Characters, because he also has the How Archie Played the Games series. Oh, God. Yeah, we'd put that one in the chamber for later. Mobius 25 years later, the review, part 13. When is a finale not a finale? Heck. I might just timestamp the YouTube archive of this and just send it to David with no context and just see how he responds. It'll probably just be him going, oh, okay. Oh, that's weird. Mater has given Dobby a gun. I fucking spelled master wrong. Mater. I wonder what's on the PlayStation Store. David's in the Rayman 2 LP, so I'm sure David mentioned it at some point. Apex Legends. Oh, wow. What kind of nerd would play that? Deals and Steals. Oh, the PlayStation Plus Play Pack. Don't I already have that? Do I not have that? PlayStation Plus Play. I guess I'm downloading that. The Rayman LP, I might actually watch it. It's hard for me to watch FTCR stuff I'm not in because I know them and I feel like I'm talking to them and I keep wanting to respond to them. And that doesn't go very well. It kind of gets a little frustrating. Just for me, huh? Ukulele. Just for me. What if I just spent $50 on Apex coins right now? What if I just bought Karu? The Yoga Gotoku Studio isn't going to do fucking shit with her, so I may as well buy her. Games your friends are playing right now. Is Trevor playing Tetris Effect? That's my guess. Oh, they're playing Ape Leg without me. Fuckers. Are you going to get Team Sonic Racing on launch day? We are hoping to review code, and I might team up with someone whose name you just saw and try to do a formal review. Otherwise, I will probably be getting it on launch day. Oh, yeah. Hey, because you bought Conan Exiles, you know, aka you redeemed it on PlayStation Plus. Yes, Token Geek. I like him quite a bit. I wish I talked to him more than I do, but I am very bad at socializing. It is the dick game, but it's censored on PS4, though it does not censor the boobs. Any cool free shit since the last time we looked at the free shit? Hey, Blag. Other than that. I can't tell if this is just the same. Okay, there's Frozen. I don't know if that's the same games or if all these games just look the same, you know? Laser Wolf. Is Pet Cemetery a thing? I feel like I've heard people talking about that. Anyway. Shouting Man on Mobile Game Shop. It's me. It's like the most responsive thing on here. I'm not clicking on the Chocobo again. I learned my lesson. Objection, says the guy. Oh. I mean, I gotta. They're only $2 each. Why would I not collect these pogs? Clicking this link. Yep, it's the Shouty Mans. I have received the next Bev Big Head request and will put it in the chamber for sure, because that sounds like it could go horrifyingly wrong. They have the spit because they're very angry. That's a good reason to get Team Sonic Racing in a Switch Online. I've heard this is basically a 3D Stardew Valley-ish game. I've kind of just not let myself even look at it, just because I know I'm going to want to play it. I have like a billion games I need to play. I don't even need to think about buying more, but what if I did? Oh my god, it's cute. Which ones can I fuck? Raise your own livestock. Oh, looking for a baby livestock. You've come to the right place. God, look at these cows. Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life is available on the PS4 through PS2 backwards compatibility. So what I'm saying is fuck my time at Porsche. Oh, Time Pilot. If there's a gay marriage like in Stardew, double buy. Ellie is best Harvestman girl. No lies detected. I figured Frankenmutt. I'm like, Frankenmutt's not a bad person. He probably didn't mean. And those Arcade Archives, though, good on them for putting out fucking every old school video game on Earth. Now this game Is this what I'm thinking of? No, I'm thinking of Project High Rise. Never mind. I'm not looking at that. Oh, dangerous driving. Oh, Shane. Yeah, I could see that. I went for purple hair girl because she invited me over to play SNES, and I'm a weak man. Sephiroth! Big stories! Is this the fighting game where you can make Jesus Christ fight other deities? Or is this a different one? Because I know that came to Switch. Penny. Is Penny the one that lives in the trailer? Because I was going for her, but she got kind of boring. It also started hitting a little too close to home because I live in Hickville, and I was like, but she's also a teacher, and teachers. So I disavowed myself of any deep rational thought and went for what was easiest. Is this Picross? Yep. Cool. Metagal. Rednecks rise up. Hashtag. Baseball stars too. And if those arcade archives were like $4 each, I'd just impulse buy so many of those fucking things just to see what the hell is going on. I played 8 minutes of Sekiro at my friend Alex's the other night and learned that I should not play Sekiro. What are the deals, man? I think my thing with Sekiro is I just need to get used to the jumping, and I was using jump as a dodge, which I'm guessing I probably shouldn't have been doing. So it was like, I'm not used to how the jump feels, and I'm jumping a lot and getting whacked a lot by things I can't see, and it's probably all entirely my fault. Claire Extended Cut. I purchased it? Must have been on PlayStation Plus at some point. It's kind of bad, but my main metric now for do I recognize this PlayStation Plus game is did I see the Golden Bolt do a review on it or not? I don't remember that. 2016. Oh, okay. That was probably on PlayStation Plus before he started doing that. Am I gonna get Death Stranding? I'm waiting until we see actual gameplay. I'll most likely check it out. Just because I'm secretly a Kojima stan, but I still have no idea what that game is, so. Gnome's Garden 2 for $2. Alright everybody, welcome back to Learning to Love PlayStation. Today we're going to be playing Croc's World. Your favorite green gaming gator. You know, that classic Croc theme. That's the hedgehog right there. This looks like a bad Alex Kidd clone. That's a bit of Marble Zone. Digga 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 dun. Digga 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 dun. Have I played Near Automata Tomato? Yes, I have. If I did a best of 2018 video, I may have called Near Automata 2018's game of 2017. Hey. Oh. Oh. Sometimes I think the PlayStation Store just doesn't want you on it. We're back, everybody. It's the Digimon World 1 OST. Available only as a pre-order for Digimon World Next Order. Did it really boot me back to... Oh, what? Oh, yeah, you don't say. What should I do about it? It's a good sad face. There's... I just want them to think I'm a miserable, like, weeb. Like, he took the time to put an emoticon in his bug report? That's me. I was trying to look at store, then it crashed. Hold up! Then... and then started putting the Digimon World OST. And... not... like... the... Bandicoot. Bandicoot is not a suggested search term. Like a 3-year-old whining to Ben Stein. I was trying to look at the PlayStation Store, but then it crashed. Thank you for your cooperation. Please remove yourself from my sight line immediately. I was trying to look at the store, then I got my left toe stuck in the toast. Oh, he's playing Crash Bandicoot. That sick fuck. But I wasn't done. Third time's the charm. I took an arrow. Ugh. Oh. They know. Huh? It's like 8:30 on the West Coast, man. Yeah, I was gonna say, this is bad maintenance time. So the last thing I wanted to do is look at something no one talks about anymore. But I'm wondering, can I even filter by the PS2 on PS4? Breath of the Mild. That was a good stream. I should finish that game someday. I haven't touched it since. I've got the 4 Divine Beasts killed. I could just go right in, probably beat Ganon without much issue. I haven't played it. It's my library. They just straight up don't show you the PS2 games on here anymore, do they? Not that it's like a thing they need to feature, I guess, but also They are there. Like, they have the old GTAs on here. Like, that's kind of big, right? Spyro Arcade. Heard good things about that mouse game. But it do not has PlayStation VR. This is why I hate this store. It's like, well, there's a lot of reasons why I hate the PlayStation Store, and I keep coming back to it. But I just, you know, I wish I could be like, show me everything Sega's published. Show me all the PS2 on PS4. Is this a filter? All games. Toru's house theme is a game? What? This is one of the 8 available games on the PlayStation 4. Toru's house theme. Gaming is most fun when played with friends. This adorable thing brings Toru and his buddies to class on up your PS Vita home screens. Yeah? This isn't even... Thumbs up. Good job. Docs for PlayStation. Oh. Dude, bro, I just downloaded Modern Warfare Remastered last night. What did you download? I downloaded Docs for PlayStation. It's a new digital platform developed exclusively for PlayStation, rights reserved, that delivers a unique way for users to access their documentation. Game manuals, strategy guides, art books, comics, and more can now be accessed and viewed in a dynamic digital format via console, mobile, tablets, and web at https://docs.playstation.com. Wow, sounds great! And it's at 1080p. 2 add-ons. Oh my god. Hey, can anyone spot me $10 for the Bloodborne official digital guide? Jesus. How is this all? God, I hate the PlayStation. Jeez. Okay. Discover more. Yes, please. We could look at the PlayStation Hits line. In the mood for a great story? Well, as soon as I can buy the Order 1886 PlayStation dock guide, we'll definitely be sure to... Okay. There's something fishy going on here. Maybe this is actually under maintenance. Who knows, hanging out in the most popular. $60. What justifies the extra 20? Oh, there's a bonus in-game item they haven't talked about yet. That's worth $20. Mortal 11 Combat. Everybody's Golf VR. Vacation simulator. Isn't that VR? Yeah, we could play Fallout 76 and I'll tell you how it compares to the place or like 20 miles from me. Oh, PlayStation Now. Get $4 every 5 months plus dental insurance. Well, I could use dental insurance. There's no Mothman game, but he's wound up in like Shin Megami Tensei, so something. No, they totally put that Harvest Moon out on PS4 because my new pal Justin was playing it last week. Oh my god. Heard that Falcon Age game's pretty cute. Heard that Borderlands 2 VR is pretty shit. Kingdom Hearts. I don't even know, man. I just wanted to look at the PS2 games. Literally, I just wanted to be like, well, what's on there now? I know searching for it probably isn't going to bring them up, right? So you gotta know what you're looking for. Man, that's a bummer. At least PS View's here, though. What movies and TVs are out? I barely watch movies. Man, Shazamo. Got ham? Yeah, sometimes. Is that Beat Takeshi in Outrage Coda? Oh, yeah, that actually is him. Okay. Aren't Explore and Featured like the same thing? Boruto! Oh, this is out? Shit. Well, I'm gonna be watching that soon. Thoughts on Labo VR? I still haven't tried like actual ass VR, so I'm still very much in the thing of I need to try it before I can even bother thinking about it. I'd like to, especially for the Switch. I want to see how bad it potentially looks. Sounds bad, but it's true. Twid. Coral, you gotta come watch Twid. Wait, you're dead in the show now, and so am I. Oh no. Coral. That's all I know. Holy shit. That's just straight up Sully. Oh, there's Hydrabot. Yeah, let's say I've had that much. Oh, yes, American Dad. Oh, love the fish. Deals. What are the movie? It's the same fucking bullshit. Oh. Lindsay Lohan's Beach Club on MTV, baby. It's a quest to build an empire in Mykonos, Greece, and only the best of the best will do when Lindsay Lohan's Beach Club premieres January 8th. Everyone, we've learned a lot about ourselves tonight. Thank you for joining in. Now I need to be copyright claimed.
Tuesdays on MTV.
I wanted to come back strong, so I decided to open Lindsay Lohan's Beach Club. To work for me, you have to be the best of the best.
I'm nervous to see Lindsay as a boss.
I'm gonna watch everything they do.
I am terrified. Tuesdays.
This is the Lindsay that I want people to see.
Just got
What? That wasn't much of a trailer. It's like, here's all the establishing words about Lily Lohan's beach butt. Oh my god, this show seems interesting. I wonder what they'll say next. No. I was hoping, I don't know, an establishing shot of Mykonos, Greece. I was thinking that'd be kind of cool. I could be like, there it is. Wait. Oh. I mean, it's HD free if I buy that clip. Oh shit. That is a family and kids. That's great. Anime! Let's see. Let's round this out. Oh. Right. PS4 just can't fucking handle anything. It's dying right now. You seeing this lag? It's been doing this a lot lately. Digimon World plus Digimon World Next Order soundtrack must really be taxing. Pop in one more time. I need to see the anime. Bakugan. Flickly. That time I got reincarnated as this. Geita Amano is a loner who prefers video games over people. But in his school's gaming club, he's caught in a group more interesting than the games they play. With club president Karen, Testi Chiaki, and put together Uehara, things are sure to get chaotic. Gamers, am I right? In another world with my smartphone. When Toya Mochizuki is accidentally struck by lightning and killed, God apologizes by reviving him into a fantasy world and granting him one piece. Toya's request to keep his smartphone in the next... My first girlfriend is a gal. Same. Kiss him, not me. God, I can't go past that. When her When her favorite anime character dies, avid boys love fan Kei Serinuma loses weight and gains attention from the boys in her class. From pretty average to prettiest girl, Kei just wants these boys to date each other, not her. Not gonna lie, I thought I was done, but now I just want to keep going to see what else there is. No game, no life. God. Bored with life and considering it in the real world to be just... Oh, bored with life and considering it in the real world to be just a crappy game. Savvy siblings Sora and Shiro have withdrawn into their own fantasy world filled with video games. It is because of this that they are summoned to another world by a boy calling himself God. It's here in this world where Sora and Shiro's abilities are put to the test. They are now in a world where their fate, and the fate of all humanity, is decided by game. Can they beat the hardest game they've ever played? 1 week, friends. Yeah, it's been... Kill me, baby. Oh, God. Hey! This is the anime Sonic Adventure is based on. Sorry, Sonic Adventure 2 is based on. Penguin drum. Oh, heard good things about Space Dandy. Not that I'm an anime viewer, but if I were to be one, they really stacked all the funny shit up top, didn't they? X-Men anime series. This weekend on a Foxbox. Bitch. It's... What? I get the distinct feeling there's some non-anime slipping in here. Is PMMMM Pokemon Mystery Magic Mungeon? Got it. Devil May Cry. Oh man, there was a time where this was free, but I didn't redeem it on the console. I still need to beat the MC5. Oops. Naruto! Dun 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 dun. When did the angry man do the yell? Exactly, the illusion of friends. There's just a bunch of weebs in chat right now. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. I keep going into these anime pages thinking they'll be like screenshots, like a dumbass. Digimon Adventure 2, everyone's favorite Digimon series. I don't think I have ever seen that logo in my life. Sorry, hold on. Important matters here. Digimon Adventures 0202. What? Is this a fan-made logo? Sorry, this is for me. Digimon Adventure 2 logo. Yeah, this is nowhere. It's not on my DVD set. That's for damn sure. What the fuck this is about? Slam dunk. Omae wa mo shindayo. Gurren Lagann is one of the few animes I've actually watched, and depending on which week you ask me, it's my favorite. Certain side. Oh, okay, that's part of that. And you thought there was never a girl online? Deki can't trust online girls, but when Akko confesses to him, he might reconsider. First, he has to fix her serious lack of social skills. That's it. That's how they're selling this. This is enough. This is like, well, some fucking guy will watch it. We don't have to try. Oh, Ben 10 and Ben 2, my favorite anime. It's got mad boob physics. Well, I guess I'm watching that after I end the stream. He was almost 69. You could almost forgive him. God, it is almost midnight. What the fuck are we doing with our lives? Oh, Gordon Ramsay's Food Wars. That's the fucking Dragon Quest logo. Hold up, what? Sorry, I'm just completely numb to all of this shit at this point. What? Where was that? Oh. What? That's literally the Dragon Quest Warrior. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, Dragon Quest Warrior is like one of the two ones I played. Dragon Quest logo. The fuck? Oh, isn't this where one of the girls' power is to shoot boob milk? I could see it. Please show that to Ted. Yeah. I'm gonna. I'll tweet that to him in the morning. I'll wait until I see him tweeting. That way I know it doesn't get missed in his notifications, because I have to imagine his notifications are just a swirling cesspit of nonsense. Hyperdimension Neptunia, the animation. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Deal. Hey. Chizo! So, like, I'm pretty hungry, and I feel like I've slipped into a fever dream where I'm just, like, on my deathbed, like, this is my hell. And, like, Satan kind of has, like, a curtain drawn, and this is behind the curtain. And he's kind of talking like the ice cream guy from Unleashed, like, looks good, don't it? And I'm like, ah! You know, like Chip does. Sailor Moon, Sailor Moon. That there Showman Sample Supreme is the pride of the city. One taste and... Isn't this the guy from Yu Yu Hakusho? The fucking sounding guy. Kuwabara? Is that his name? I never watched that shit. Chris Sabat. Yeah, exactly. God, there's like a million times more anime than video games. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Man, I'm really... There's 3 of us. There's 4 of us here, I'll say it. I did an abridged series once, aka 1 episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, and it got copyright claimed by Konami. And I'm really glad that it's no longer online. This is like... God, when would... I can look at my YouTube. It's still technically listed. Was it 2009? Oh. Search your channel. I gotta get used to YouTube's new page. Yu-Gi-Oh? Maybe it's just... Maybe they delisted it. They're like, fuck you, this is shit, dude. And then you have to be like... Yeah... Date... January 30th, 2011. It no longer tells me the views I had, but I know it had 50,000 views. So a lot of people had seen it. Wait. Oh no! Holy shit. No, it's still on YouTube. With the new... Oh no. With the new layout, I can watch it. Oh, fuck. No! Now I've got a YouTube search just to make sure that shit isn't back online. 5Ds abridged. This other guy's went on to have 190,000 views. I remember being worried that he stole mine because it had the same thumbnail. Jesus Christ. I put this out of my memory. Why is it still online? Oh, no. Team 4-Star abridged the Digimon movie? What? Man, I'm glad I missed a lot in the abridged scene. You can tell Lexi the secret. I used to want to be a voice actor, and I watched a lot of abridged series. I used to be... Before my voice changed, I could do very good impressions of nearly everyone in Little Kribo's Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, which emboldened me to make a 5Ds abridged. And I did, and it was bad. For some reason, I referenced Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion? Like, I was like, the guards are funny in that game. I'll imitate one of them. I feel hollow. Like, I should end the stream now, but I'm just... Yeah, talk shows category on Twitch. It's us. Fuckos. So what's the deal with playing, like, music on Twitch? Because I see people do it and their streams get muted. And I'm not going to do it because I archive my streams on YouTube, but like, did they just kind of turn their eyes the other way for that, or what? Maybe now it'll let me. Hungry Box just got muted. Got it. I saw Hyper Potions signed on with this thing called like Pretzel or something. You can get a free thing of that and integrate it into your streams, so like you can get Hyper Potions music on your streams, which I thought it's very cool that there's a company out there providing that service, and there's a paid version. Not sure if I were to like open Spotify and be like, here's my Burnout 3 playlist to play alongside Dangerous Driving, you know, if that would be like, oh wow. Like, I'm sure we can look at it. By the way, Dangerous Driving from people who made Burnout. Good. There is one song in the game and it only plays on the menu. They're straight up like, yeah, so if you have Spotify Premium, you can integrate it into the game and make your own playlists. And it's like, oh, that's good for me, but not a lot of people. But the game's good overall. I'm enjoying it. I want to do a video on it, but they're going to patch it and fix some of the shit I'm having issues with, so I'm holding off. Yeah, video game music would be the one to stick with. And I was waiting fucking forever for Nile Rodgers' new album, and it turns out it came out last year, and it doesn't even have the songs that were leading up to it. I just need the guy's name from Kiss. Oh no, it's not on Spotify, it's on SoundCloud. I wanted the 45 minutes of the guy from Kiss. It's just 45 minutes of him talking on stage and rambling and being like, do you like alcohol? You want to drink some tequila? And just 45 minutes of him trying to relate to a crowd and not having any idea how to do it. 45 straight minutes of that. Oh. Well, while we're just chatting, twitch.tv/justchatting. God, this is still on YouTube. God. Well, I sound so young. Oh man, I was doing a voice. I was in anime. How cute. Isn't that cute? Let's say just chatting. Let's say help. To be real, I'm probably gonna stop streaming in 5 minutes to go make food. Otherwise, I'd say hecka to that. Oh, I kept my save. Wow. I do have green tea I could make. That is true. Bye, Frankenmutt. So in my eternal sadness over the 90s arcade racer, it led me to look up some of the games that have actually come out. And this one seems pretty okay. It's $20. It was a mobile game, and I am lost on if they just put it on console or if they just took the theming of the mobile game and made an actual game out of it, so to speak. But it scratches a kind of outrunny itch in a way. But I see it go on sale for like $12 a lot, so I'm kind of waiting for that before I jump on it. Just because I know if I pay $20 for it, it'll be on sale like 2 days later. But yeah, it's cute. It's got a good look. It's got that simplified indie kind of look, but like in a good way, if that makes sense. Kind of challenging, not too easy. I like it. First car is what's the Ferrari F30? I know it's an Outrun 2. Car talks while you race. It's kind of cute. Not as in love with the music, but you know, can't all be perfect. Fuck. Crash like Outrun. Well, you know, this video game exists. I'm very, very interested to knock out some other things I need to beat. And then think about this. But I also gotta think about Bloodborne. So, heck. Anyway. Yeah, I have a real attention span issue, don't I? Jesus, look at this. Remember when I streamed Dragon Quest Builders? Remember when I streamed Persona 5? Fuck. Yeah, this place Sonic Adventure again. Anyway, I can feel the lack of food getting to me, so I'm gonna eat. Thanks everyone for coming around. Where Saraneku? Thank you for popping in. And I hope you got your wish. Yeah, Snake. I liked Snake Pass. I need to finish it. Also, I need to do this before I go, but I don't know if this is how I do it. Okay, there we go. That will make sense soon. Yes, thanks everyone for joining. Goodbye.